fourth graders, let's do some math. All right, day 4. This one started off with 18 divided by 2. And we haven't really talked about division yet, and that's fine. Anytime you divide by 2, you're really just cutting it in half. Because dividing is taking a big pile of something and cutting it up into equal sized pieces. So that could be 50 cookies divided between 5 people. That could be 100 pennies divided by 4 people, right? So a big pile of something cut into smaller pieces. So this is telling us 18, whatever they are, in 2 piles. So you're really just cutting 18 in half. And half of 18 is 9. All right. Here is 4,256 plus 3,414. Straight ahead. 6 and 4 is 10. 1 goes up top, 0 down below. 5 and 1 and 1 makes 7. 4 and 2 is 6. And then 3 and 4 is 7. Bring that comma down. 7,670. All right, competition here, greater than, less than, equal to. Well, no equal tos. So I'm going to scoot this down just to see. So it's a 2,095, 095. And so if I'm going to have these two compete, the 2 and the 2, it's a tie. 8 and the 0, well, we have an obvious winner. So this number is bigger. Open mouth goes towards 2,834. How many eggs in 3 dozen? To know that, you have to know how much is in 1 dozen. 1 dozen eggs, or a dozen of anything, is 12. You may have heard the term a baker's dozen, and a baker's dozen is actually 13, which is not what we're dealing with here. So 12. So that just means 3 chunks of 12, or 3 times 12, gets me 36. And now we have some adding problems. And so when I look at this problem, when you're looking at a couple of numbers to add, sometimes I look for numbers that I know how to add easy in my head. So for instance, 10 and the 5, those two will make 15. And I know that 7 and 3 makes 10. So now I just do 10 and 15, 25. But the cool part about math is I could just start here, and 3 plus 10 is 13, 13 plus 7 is 20, and 20 plus 5 is 25. Doesn't really matter. That's called, by the way, the fancy math term for that is the commutative property of addition, but don't sweat that right now. 5 times 60. That means 5 chunks of 60, or 60 chunks of 5. Remember the trick here, I might not know my 5 times 60s, but I might be able to get 5 times 6. And if I don't know 5 times 6, well, we provided you with that answer. So 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 30. So 5 times 6 is 30. Then my answer is going to be 30 with 1 0 after it, 300. Lastly, if you have 35 cents, you spend 15 on what? I don't know. There's not many things out there that are for only 15 cents, but you spent 15 cents. How much money do you have left? Whenever you see this have left, right, how much money is left over, that's going to be a subtract problem. So I'm just going to put 35. I'm going to subtract 15 cents. And I'm going to go 5 minus 5 gets me 0. 3 minus 1 gets me 2. And I know it's a 20, so it's either 20 with a point there or 20 with a little cent. And there's page 4. Things to be looking out for on page 5. Number 1 is dealing with some elapsed time is the fancy word for it. That means time is going by. One of the trickier things to do, and maybe I'll make a little video on that. So the clock says 9:10. What time will it be? 20 minutes later. So you're going to add 20 minutes to 9:10. Not too bad. Adding some money. How many inches in 2 feet? Just like the dozen question, you're going to have to know how many are in 1 foot. Standard form. Remember, standard form is just a normal looking number, right? Fill in the blanks, find the pattern here. How much money? 3 quarters, 4 dimes, 2 pennies. And lastly, the ice cream stand has 150 ice cream bars to sell. They sold 74. How many ice cream bars are left? See you guys tomorrow.